the T word. We say we're gonna make it happen. All right.
All right, all right. Well, we're going to get started today with our kudos, shout outs, and high fives. And so, if you're on the line, if you want to give yourself a kudos, shout out, a high five, or if you want to push, definitely recognize someone else, we're going to start out with some recognition. So, who do we have out there with some kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
I was talking to two people today. This is Iantha Gray from Raleigh, North Carolina. I was talking to two people today, and they both seem anxious to get more information. So before I go to bed tonight, I will send them a video.
All right, all right. Well, good job, good job. Way to go, way to go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Make sure you follow up with them to
Right,
make sure they got it. Awesome.
right.
Anybody else? Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives? What do you got? What do you have going on? What do you do? Give yourself a pat on the back.
Well, Ann, this is Michelle with two L's from Southern Maryland.
Hey, Michelle.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I was starting to eat. I'm sorry, I was getting kind of sick, so I had to eat something. But I want to give kudos, shout out, and high fives to my business partners, Rosemary Okafor and Robert Carr, for reactivating and getting their business back on track. And Robert is on the line at this time, so welcome back, Robert. He also jumped on the presentation briefly earlier today, and I've just been excited about the presentations this week and how our team has just been showing up and showing out, having guests and giving support. So it's just been awesome. I got another email today from Travel Guard. So they're going to have another training on April the 8th. So guys, be on the lookout for that. But if not, I'll post the information in the group so you have it and can register. And I've had some movement for my registrations with the Travel Leaders Network and with Virgin Voyages. I called Trav Manatee today to get them to do the second step because I got the link back for the Travels Leaders Network, but they just didn't move on it. So anyway, that's what I've been doing and scheduling some follow-ups. All right, well, back to you. Oh, and kudos to our directors. They are the best.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so
Back to
much.
you.
Thank you for all you're doing, and thank you for definitely staying in the game and reactivating Mr. Robert Carr. Saw him twice tonight, and also looking forward to seeing Miss what's her first name? Her Okafor
Rosie Okafor.
Rose. Okay,
Yeah,
Okafor.
she
Absolutely.
surprised me because she had told me May 1st. And when I looked in the back office and I saw well, she was up, and I was like, wait a minute, it's April 1st. So that was a nice surprise. She met April. So there
Awesome.
we go.
Awesome. There you go. Awesome.
And
Well,
it's no
good
joke, even though
job.
it's April 1st.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Anybody else? Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I do want to give a high fives and shout out and welcome Ramey Reed out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, new top travel associate of the company. Joined on I want to say it might have been about a week ago now, and already did her first class training, set up her business, got her group code, already digging deep into the back office, and also has a lot of things that she already has in tap to what she wants to do with her business going forward. So just want to welcome Ramey Reed to the team, and you'll hear a lot more from her in the coming months and weeks. So high five and shout out to her on the call tonight. And I see
All right.
Yolanda Bloom on the call as well. Hey,
Yes.
Yolanda.
All right, all right. Well, you missed their introduction. They actually introduced themselves earlier, so we want to say welcome again. Glad to have you, and I'm looking forward to some great things. Looking forward to some awesome things. I want to say kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Willa Watson, who came out to our weekly presentation a couple of nights ago and actually participated, did a great job, and it was great having her there. Also want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Antoinette, who's actually been having guests on our presentations, been showing up with her beautiful smile, and also Miss Iantha Green as well. And I want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Mr. Nick Brown, who keeps us grounded and keeps us in the game. And definitely want to give kudos to Vincent Peden, who's definitely who's bringing brand new blood in, which is great, which is exciting, and actually hit that power line again this month. And I know he's on his way to his next bonus and to hit that power line again. And so just want to say kudos, shout out. Oh, and welcome back, Miss Alicia, who actually reactivated and came back in the fold as well. So just want to say kudos, shout outs, and high fives to everyone. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone, but definitely want to say kudos, shout outs, and high fives. And so we're going to go on now to our announcements. I was hoping David would be on the line and could tell us some things, give us some updates from the red carpet. I'm gonna reach out to him to see if he could get on. Until then, Nick Brown, did you have any announcements for us today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. One big announcement that we have right now, that it was announced today that Mr. Jock Johnson did hit that $100,000 in 100 days. So for all of our new team members, Ramey and Yolanda, I think you're under that 100 days of getting into our business. I know Ramey is. Yolanda, are you recently just started the business? Okay. So Jock Johnson just hit the $100,000 bonus in 200 days. So that's available to you guys as well. As a result of that, he became a director. And in the Puerto Rico convention, it was announced a couple months ago that our international convention will be in Puerto Rico. Those people who were in St. Louis did have first opportunity to register. They did. The registration link should be open tomorrow, and it's going to be limited capacity. So once that link opens up in your back office tomorrow, if you plan on going with us to Puerto Rico in August, those dates are August 6th through the 9th. Then I implore you to definitely get in and register so you can hold your spot. So that's available to you guys if you want to go for that challenge as well. We have our weekly meetings here in the DMV. So for all our new partners, we would love to see you out at our meeting tomorrow. That's 9701 Apollo Drive in Largo, Maryland. Come on out and support us, support the meeting. Bring your guests, come out and learn and earn at the same time. That's what it's all about. When you come by yourself, you learn. When you bring a guest, you earn. And that's all I have at this point. Back over to you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nick Brown. That was a lot. That was a mouthful. So thank you for delivering that. And so now we're going to actually talk about hopefully David is able to get on the line. So let's talk about events and let's talk about the different sides of our business. So today, what we want to talk about is that generally when people get started in our business, a lot of people get started and say, hey, I want to be a travel agent. I want to book travel. But some people don't really know about the advantages of building a team. And so you can decide to build a team. It's your business. You're the CEO of your business. But there's a young lady who actually is on our team. And she got started with a young lady who actually just does travel. She only does travel. And she's been with the company for quite some time. But because she only did travel, she never went to the marketing events. She never really found out more. And her leadership never really told her about the advantages of all the things that she could do, the bonuses or any of that. And so we met her at an event. She decided her leadership is having some difficulty with her husband right now. So she decided to come to a corporate event, and she looked for us and met us. And she was like, y'all are my directors, but we've never met. And this is my first corporate event. And I did not know that all of this existed. I've just been on the Travmanity side. I haven't been coming to meetings. I didn't know all of this. So I've got some questions. And so she's been coming to events, she's been learning more, and she's been with the company now for a number of years, and she just signed up her new partner a couple of days ago, and she's about to sign up another new partner tomorrow, just because she's learning more, and she's just realizing that the company is so much bigger. And so I just want to make sure that everybody realizes that yes, you can become a travel professional. You sure can. And you can book a lot of travel. You can help people book travel. You can do all of that. But 9 times out of 10, somebody that you're talking to is also interested in becoming a travel professional. So why not give them an opportunity to do that? When you actually sign someone up, you get $50. And then when you sign your next person up, you get $50. Now, let's say you sign 3, you actually enroll 3 people on your team. Let me just tell you the power of that. So you got 50 times 3, so that's $150. But you also now wipe out that $99 monthly fee. We call it 3 and free. So after you enroll 3, you wipe out that $99 monthly fee. Now, as you continue to enroll people, let's say now that you've got 3 and maybe you help them get 1 or you get 2 more, or however it is. But once you get 5, you actually have an opportunity to now you get your $500 back. So now you get your investment back. Now, some people are doing that in a day or 2, and some people are taking a long time to do it. But whenever you hit it, you get your $500 back. So now you've gotten your money back, plus you've gotten $150. And so as you continue growing, we want to help you earn $1,000 bonus. So you're actually start getting those $1,000 bonuses as well. Now, during this time, that means you're also taking your first class training. You're also taking your training for your travel, and you're getting more aligned with travel. But while you're getting travel taken care of, you've already earned a $350 bonuses, $150, and you got your $500 back before you actually booked your first trip. So you want to leverage both opportunities to put that investment back into your pocket and to begin to grow a team. Now, why do you want to grow a team? Well, if you want to sell a lot of travel, you want to have a team. There's no way you can talk to everybody. There's no way that you can book everybody. There's no way that you can do a trip of thousands of people with just you. You've got to have a team of people. And why do you do that? Because people bring different strengths and weaknesses. You're going to have some people on your team that are very organized, and you're going to have some people on your team that's not organized at all, but they love to have fun. You can always depend on them to bring the party. You're going to have some people on your team who may not be people. They may be kind of nasty, but they might be really sharp with bookkeeping. So that person, they might have to stay behind the scenes. You don't want them in front dealing with your customers, but they're great in terms of making sure things happen and keeping things in place. Let's say that you're a person that may not be timely. You may not be on time. Maybe that's your issue, but you might have a team person that's always on time. And so you want to make sure you're like, hey, that's basically your weakness. You're actually strengthening your weakness. And so you want to have that team person, hey, can you be there at this amount of time and meet our guests? Because I tend to run late, but you're always on time or early. So maybe you could do that. So that's one of the reasons too, you want to develop a team. When you think about your job, there are people at your job that do different things. And that's what makes a strong team. So go on and start thinking about, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And what are some of the things that you want to implement in your team? Because you are the CEO and your team is a reflection of you. Now think about that. Your team is a reflection of you. So if your team does not, if someone on your team uses a lot of profanity and they, they kind of, somebody gets offended by that, they're a reflection of you. And so you've got to now say, wait a minute, this is my business. And one of the things that Vincent Peden talks about is your brand. Now they're under your brand. Is that what you want for your brand? So you want to think about, okay, as you're talking to people, is this somebody that I wouldn't mind representing my brand and representing my team and representing my business? Is this somebody, when I go to convention, I'm going to be proud of them, introducing them to Dr. Coakley, introducing them to our leadership? Or is this somebody that I definitely don't want to show, I don't want them to show up? And so you want to make sure that you're thinking about that as you are talking to people and giving them an opportunity to join your team, because you get to hire and fire accordingly. You're the CEO. You get to hire. Let's say there's somebody that lies consistently, or maybe somebody that has a record, and you're not sure if you can trust them with people's credit cards or taking people's money for trips. We've had that happen, where people, said they had a cruise going on. They took thousands of dollars and there was no cruise. And so, you want to think about that in terms of, is this a person of integrity? Am I recruiting people that are going to represent me and my team accordingly? So those are the things that you want to think about when you're talking to people, and not only when you're talking to people to be on your team, but even when you're talking to people to go on your trips, because you want to have a culture, or you want to have a climate, or who are you looking for as you develop your brand. So I just want everyone to understand that there are two sides of our business. There's the travel side and there's the marketing side, or team builder side. The team builder side allows you to get paid weekly, WEEK. The travel side, you get paid once you book some travel, and you get your commissions. But why not do both? Nick and I, we do both. I have a group trip right now, group cruise, that's going out, and the last deposits are coming up, and I got to collect those. But so I know that from that cruise, I'm going to get paid a couple months from now when they go on the cruise. But guess what? I'm also working towards $1,000 bonus. And so we're going to go ahead and make that happen too. So I don't have to wait for that commission to get my money. And so those are things that you want to think about as you're structuring your business. Those are the things that you want to definitely think about. And also, as you're structuring your business, as you're doing your training, as you're understanding what's going on, give yourself grace to understand both sides of the business, and offer it. Even if someone may not be interested, offer it anyway, because you never can tell. And as you offer it, make sure that you're building your email list, because you want to have an email list. And we'll talk about that, because there are different options. But eventually, you're going to grow out of Yahoo, Gmail. You're going to grow out of those email lists, and you're going to have to get a professional email provider. And so we'll talk about that. I actually asked Vince to maybe do some training on that one day, just in terms of the different options. Some people use Go Monkey, something monkey. And then some people use what do you, some people, I can't remember all of them. We have to get them for you. But anyway, there are a lot out there that you can use, and there is a monthly fee, which is another reason why you want to be working your business, because that's a business tool that you want to be able to afford. So with that being said, that is basically what I wanted to train on and talk about this evening. Did anybody have any questions, questions, comments, or concerns? One other thing, Johnson just made 100, the 100K in 200 days working the marketing side of his business, not the travel, the marketing side, where he was building his team. And so if that's something that you're interested in, get back with your leadership so that we can help you strategize and begin to make that happen. So now the floor is open. Do we have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? I'm not hearing anything from David, so we may have to get him back on another time. Did anyone have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns?
I do, Ann.
Okay, Michelle.
I just want to make a comment. This is excellent guidance and information, but I want to also appeal to people if they really want to get some even more
Michelle,
training on this
can you
issue.
lift your
Oh, I'm
camera up?
sorry.
We looking at your mouth.
I'm
There you
sorry.
go. Thank you so much.
This stand is adjustable here. I'm sorry.
No, that's
All
okay.
right.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I had to turn it to the side so you can see the whole thing per my director. So
Okay. Thank you.
I just wanted to appeal to people to get even more guidance on this subject, to refer to that recording that you all did with Vincent on February the 9th on building and booking. It was very powerful. And I reposted the recording in our Facebook page about a week ago. So go out there and listen to that recording, and that will really just piggyback on what you already said again.
All right.
So,
Well, thank you. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
just search in the group on recorded and it'll come up it'll give you just a couple of hits and it'll be there. So,
All right.
great,
All right.
excellent.
All right. Awesome. Anybody else? Any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? Is everybody getting the newsletter? Is everybody getting the newsletter, the weekly newsletter? I'm seeing people nod and some people are not. Okay, if you're not, then I will, let me see. Miss Ramey, I think I may need to add you. There's everybody on our Facebook group. Vince, have you added your new team members to our Facebook group?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So y'all should be on the Facebook group. I will confirm. I thought I added you to the email list. If I did not, I will do that tonight. I think Mr. Carr, are you getting my emails? Are you on the weekly email list? You are on mute, sir.
Yes, I
I'm
was
sorry.
on the
Answer
list.
that again.
I was talking to Mr. Robert Carr.
Oh, Robert.
I was asking if he was on our
And are we
email.
doing travel training tonight? I just want to know.
Is this the first?
It is.
I am so sorry. I forgot. Yes, we are. Go for it. Sorry. I'm
Go
so
ahead and
sorry.
give Robert.
Raymond,
Go
did
ahead.
Mr. Carr respond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so with no further ado, we have travel training. I apologize.
I'm gonna go off and
Go for it, Vince. If you're speaking, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Just to let our team members know real quick before Vince comes back, the first of the month is when we have our full team call. Each Wednesday after that is just us getting together to answer any questions, issues, or concerns that you may have, or any ad hoc announcements that come out that particular week. So this being the 1st of April, this is when we do the full gambit of announcements. Kudos, shout out Ty Fabs, and then our travel king gives us some amazing travel training. So
And
Vince,
stay
go ahead.
tuned because we're going to have guest speakers and guest trainers as well. So stay tuned because we've got some people lined up as well. Vince, you ready? How you gonna ask me if we're gonna do travel training?
maybe he had to go get. There he is.
You gonna
All right,
stop
y'all.
me and ask me?
And then the phone rung, and then I couldn't get my mouse to get to the little mute button thingy thing. All right, nevertheless, I'm back on. Nick, I'm on the camera for you as well.
Yes, sir.
I don't have
Yes,
that
sir.
fancy background. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the living room, that's the backyard. What is that? I don't even know, man. You fancy with it. You ain't got a big house. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, what's going on? It is the first Wednesday of the month. I'm not going to hold you too much. I know we're about 3 minutes before the 10 p.m. hour, but this training is going to take about 7 minutes or so. Tonight, I wanted to kind of get everybody up to speed. Over the last 30 days, a lot has happened in the travel industry, as travel worldwide, basically. We started a war. We had a plane crash. We have had TSA backups in some airports and major markets that were 3 to 7 hours just to get through. So tonight I want to just talk about how do we navigate this type of atmosphere in terms of travel. Because in every scenario, even during COVID, travel agents still found ways to be productive and pull a revenue. Through wars, through all types of things, there's also ways, but we have to be prepared to be able to navigate through those particular things. So, with that being said, tonight's travel training is going to be how do we navigate through difficult times? And this is related to travel as always. The most biggest thing is we have to learn how to communicate and protect our clients. Understand that people can always go online and book their own stuff, but they come to us as travel agents for that personal touch. It's for that communication. It's them to feel comfortable. It's for them to understand that you have their best interest in mind. Where they don't get that from the Expedias on the third party websites where there's a long waits, there's emails, there's terms and conditions that are 45 pages long, small print, and every opportunity to be able to make you frustrated. So when you have clients and customers that are looking to come to you, there are a couple things that we can do to manage the uncertainty in these type of times. The first thing is don't shy away from the reality. Don't act like things are smooth and cool when they're really not. So address the issue up front with your clients. They're already nervous about traveling, so you have to tell them exactly the truth. Hey, I know it's kind of crazy out here right now, but through my agency, we are working through all of the contingency plans and opportunities to protect your money as well as to make sure that you're safe. So you want to lead with things like, I want to help you travel more smoothly, even through difficult times. Offer contingency plans. That's, hey, I'm gonna book this flight, but there's a backup flight leaving later. You're looking for hotels that have a flexible cancellation policies, and more importantly, if nothing else, everybody needs to have travel insurance at this point. I don't care if you're going across the street, you should be purchasing that travel insurance to protect your payments for your clients. So you want to make sure that you really are putting that pressure on them. As I told you before, include the travel insurance in your initial quote. That way you don't have to tell them it's additional money. Put it up front, let them make the decision to remove. Be proactive is another key thing that you have to do at this point. Um, Follow the news. If you know you have folks traveling to a particular area and you're within those 2 weeks of travel of their departing, you want to go ahead and make sure that there's nothing that they should be alarmed of. You definitely can use AI, you can use Google, you can use CNN, the Travel Network, Travel Channel, anything you can to be more educated on their destination and communicate whatever you learn. Understanding that they are putting that responsibility on you to provide the information a lot of the times. So we're trying to build trust. So we definitely want to manage this uncertainty by doing those key things. Um, Other things you can do when you're booking, especially within VAX, ALG vacations or price agencies. You want to look for refundable options. You want to look for hotels that have good cancellation policies, the travel insurance, and understanding again, you're selling not just a trip, but you're really selling a peace of mind. Focus on destinations that are fewer disruptions. Currently, right now, we know that the Middle East is probably a no go, at least for the next 90 days. The good part is everywhere in the Middle East over the next 45 days, well, I should say it the other way around. Starting in June, the Middle East is not a tourist attraction for anyone. Dubai, Qatar is over 108 degrees every day from June until September. Nobody travels during that month. During that period of time is when they're going to start to ramp up and get ready for their peak season, which typically starts October through the winter. So we are going to see things open back up in terms of Dubai, Qatar, Doha, all of those Middle East places where you can have the unrestricted airspace. Those options are coming, and be prepared for that. In the meantime, this is where the Caribbean becomes a high destination. This is where Europe becomes a high destination for people who don't want to go to the Caribbean. And I always tell everybody there are hidden gems here in the United States that you can create a great vacation where it could be fly into one city and be able to take a rental car to see multiple places. Set up those trips. You'll be surprised how many people would like to do something rather than nothing. And it doesn't always have to be international. So you want to make sure that you're looking at things that are less problematic per se. So that's typically the Caribbean areas, Mexico, domestic travel, even domestic luxury travel. You also can work within cruise lines. Understand that cruise lines have such a $1 billion investment in terms of their cruise ships. They're never going to fly into, or never, I said fly, they're never going to sail into a hurricane. They don't even want to go into rain showers typically. So they will navigate around any issues once they're on the water. They will have alternative ports to visit if there are issues that they are concerned for the guest on the ship. So cruise lines are typically pretty reliable during these times as well. And you want to avoid, if possible, multiple layovers. Typically, nobody wants to do one or more than one layover, but you want to kind of see if you can find non-stops where your options are to get from your home destination or your home to your destination right away and as quickly as possible. You also want to communicate as a customer service rep and not just as a travel agent. And what I mean by that is you want to do those check-ins. You want to build confidence with your clients leading up to their trips. This is for folks who already booked trips with you, and this is also in scenarios where they're thinking about booking trips with you. This is the extra tender loving care, as they say, TLC, that you might need to give your clients during these times to get them to make the decision, to put that deposit down to lock in your trip. People don't expect perfection, but they do expect support when it comes to what we do. So it's not you have to be perfect at it, but they do want to have some type of support. If they feel like they're on their island and all you did was take their money, their deposit, or their final payment, and you kind of threw them into the wolves to figure it out on their own, that is not how you're going to get those referrals. That is not how you're going to get.
But I get to do my hair, I'm going day to day. That's because she ain't called out and called the two.
There we go. Thank you, somebody. All right. Threw me off. Like you talking to me. Nevertheless, we're definitely want to give that type of support, and we can't be perfect, but we want to do our best. We always want to build partnerships with our vendors. So that means operating with vendors that you trust, airlines that you feel confident with, and the resorts known for their consistency and not to cause issues. And the great thing about our team is that we have the Facebook page, we got our groups, we got sideline partners, we got people within our teams, we got our sponsors. Ask the questions, get recommendations on good resorts at your destinations. You should never be feeling as if you're just kind of rolling the dice for your client. There is more than enough skills within the travel industry within our teams. And then last but not least, these current issues, they're big, so address the things in terms of what I've been doing lately is, hey, in the event that this flight gets canceled, these are the options that I already have in place. I tell people, hey, with your travel insurance, if you get to a point, book the trip now. If you get closer to the trip and you want to pull back, don't worry about it. You can be able to get your credits and you'll be able to book the trip later and you won't lose anything other than the $115. You say these things and you put those options in front of them. This builds confidence for them, but also it addresses their concerns that they might not feel comfortable discussing with you directly. So we set those expectations and we are getting those policies clarified up front. Last, and I keep saying last but not least, but the other thing I thought about and I wrote down yesterday was this is also your opportunity to double down on what you are good at. If you're into a niche travel, this is where you have to double down. If you're really confident about how our cruises work and that's your specialty, this is where you really want to push your cruises. If you're in the group travel, if that's where you feel comfortable with, work with that. Because where you feel comfortable, that's where it's going to give you the confidence to be able to share more information, give first person experiences to be able to build the confidence for your clients. So don't let this climate of travel to get you feeling that people aren't traveling. People are going to travel, even with the gas prices increases. People are still going to get in their car and they're going to take the kids on vacation this summer. People are still going to take off of work and they are potentially going to book travel. We have Vax Vacations to book things as a travel agent. We have our Vortex system that people can book things for themselves. The only way they can do it, as I always tell you, people will never book from you if you don't ask them. So make sure you are sharing your booking engine in terms of your Vortex with everyone that you may come in contact with and everyone you have already came in contact with, because that is money that you're leaving on the table. Also, you want to communicate with them to let them know that you offer travel services that include booking your trips with travel insurance, with or without plane tickets, with a low deposit, and only the full payment due 45 days before departure. You also need to let them know that you accept credit cards as well. These are the types of things that people are looking to hear. These are some of the type of the services that they aren't able to get through a nameless and faceless website where they might book online. And last but not least, this is the time that you need to make sure that you're asking the question to everyone: what are your travel plans for 2026? You can lead it. You can say, hey, it's 3 months into the year. Have you thought about any travel plans for 2026? That is your lead-in question to get everything you want to know. Because either they're going to say, no, I'm thinking about going, and that is your opportunity to say, well, when you're ready, let me get the opportunity to give you the best price. If they say, yes, I already booked the trip, I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona in August, that's when you come back and say, how did you book your trip? If they say, my mother-in-law is a travel agent, she's been doing all my travel for 10 years, that is no longer your client. Don't push the envelope. That person is already taken. If they say, oh, I just found it online and we just went ahead and booked the plane tickets and we found a hotel room, that is still an opportunity for you to say, well, next time you book something, get with me. I might have an opportunity to get you a lower price. Because we already know that the Vortex possibly can get them a lower price on their hotel portion that's already booked. You might even want to lead with that. That gives you the opportunity to, one, get their information if you don't have it already, but it also gives you the opportunity to let them know, hey, if you booked it from me, you could have saved yourself $68 on your hotel. They might say, well, shoot, I'm going to cancel my reservation and I'm going to book it through your Vortex. So always keep the window open. This is the time of the year to ask that number one question: do you have any travel plan for 2026? I use that pretty much between January and June consistently when I talk to folks I haven't spoken to on a regular basis. So that is my travel training for today. This is dear to my heart. I don't think a lot of people know this, but my third annual trip to Thailand that was supposed to take place March 6th through the 18th, that entire trip was canceled. 55 people were booked for that trip, two hotels. Was it 9 nights and 11 days and 9 nights in Thailand, Phuket, and Bangkok. We had to cancel the trip because 6 days before our departure, the United States went into war with Iran, and it was just too dangerous for us to travel. And we were flying through Dubai, and as most people know, that airport was closed for a period of time. So that entire trip was canceled. I'll talk about that probably next month or the month after in terms of how do you handle trying to refund back a lot of vendors. I have two hotels, um, 55 plane tickets with one airline, 55 with another airline that was taking the group from Bangkok to Phuket. We had confirmed vendors for transportation, tours, gifts, bags, cups. It's a lot. So we will talk about that in terms of one of the pitfalls of doing travel, but also knowing that in every situation you are protected, but at the same time you now have to know how to handle those type of circumstances. So that trip was canceled. We are looking to one get refunds back to all of the guests. That takes some time. Just imagine this was a budgeted trip that was close to 390,000. Trying to get back from multiple vendors is going to take months and not weeks. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring up this topic, that in this climate right now, this is the opportunity to really double down on customer service. So you are ensuring that your customers feel way more comfortable with you. And regardless of what they're hearing on social media, regardless of what they're hearing on CNN, they know that your recommendations for travel is something that they will feel confident in booking, and more importantly, than knowing that they are protected. So that is my travel training for the first Wednesday of the month. Director Ann Brown, I was ready. And again, I thank all of y'all. Love seeing everybody on the call every week. And let's make this money. If you haven't noticed, I normally start off the year with the goals. So in December, in the first Wednesday of January, I talked about setting your goals. Believe it or not, y'all, 3 months. The first quarter is gone. So this is the time that you break out that paper. When Ann told you to write them goals down, this is when you have to modify. They call it pivot. This is when you got to say, "Oh, me only doing 3 hours a week ain't gonna hit this goal." This is when you have to put in a little bit more work. This is when you have to invest in yourself, get the training, as well as you need to go ahead and start to look to say, what can you do immediately? Make the 30-day goal. Today's the first. What are you going to do between today and May 1st to do something with your business? And talked about 3 and free. Everyone on this call needs to be an SBA and become 3 and free. Dedicate one person every month for the next 3 months at the minimum, but you really need to become 3 and free. There is no reason why anybody should be paying $100 to be in this business when they offering it to you for free.
Say it again. Say it
It really
again.
just don't make sense. So that is one of the main goals that I'm doing within my team. So I am going to share this to everybody. There is no reason. I promise you. Even if you did one person every 2 months, there should be no reason why you're paying the monthly fee. And if you've been in this business more than 12 months, hey, it's time. You already know how to do it. You just stalling, you second guessing yourself. This is the time to really get to work. This is the time to make it happen. So my goal is to be able to get this power line every month, starting in the month of May, putting things in work right now. Also want to make sure that we're making sure that everyone on the team is getting to the point that they are becoming 3 and free. But if anything at the very minimum, don't worry about the bonuses. Worry about 3 and free first. That is the most important thing. That'll be $1,200 back in your pocket every calendar year. That way you can be on a trip. You can get a round trip plane ticket to Europe for $800 right now, and you spending it on $100 when it could be free. So that's my tidbit for the week, and that is my goals for my team for the second quarter. We are going to get 3 and free by this summer. So throwing it back to you, Director Nick and Ann Brown. Thank y'all all for your time and intention. And there you go. I'm done. Drop mic.
All all right, all right, all right. Well, there you have it. There you have it.
Hey, Vince, drop the mic.
There you have it, y'all. There you have it. There you have it. So we're going to open it up like we always do. Does anyone have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? I Vince threw a lot at us, and especially I can't wait to hear how you handled that Thailand trip, because I was wondering if you went. I didn't see any photos or anything, so I was wondering what happened with that. And so so it's good to know that you canceled, you aired on well, you had to keep everybody safe. And so that's real talk. That's real talk. And so I guess my question is, now I'm getting a whole lot of questions about, and I'm sure some other people are too. How are you handling questions where people asking, well, is it safe to travel, or should we look at a travel business right now? Or, there's so much happening. Nobody's really traveling, but then you see so many people, you see those lines in the airport, and those people not going home. They're not going home. They sitting right there. And so how are you answering those questions?
I'm gonna give three answers. The first thing I'm gonna use as an example. During COVID, the first 12 months of COVID, people just couldn't travel. And what happened after that, everybody wanted to go everywhere. They saved the money up, they had the vacation days. The same scenario is going to happen more than likely in this short period of time, just in these 3 to 4 months. And even the people who are canceling for the summer, the time is going to come when they're going to be ready to get out the house. And you have to use this time now to prepare for that. So that's the first part. The second thing is it's safe to travel. I've heard it all month long. It is. It's probably more safe than it is for you to drive to work every morning. So what I tell people is everywhere in the world is not closed. And more than likely, you was never going to Iran in the first place. You wasn't going to Saudi Arabia.
Right.
The only place that possibly would have been in the direction of a want would be Dubai. A lot of people don't go to Qatar. A lot of people don't go to Doha unless you're military. So X that out there. Let's just take that off the board. How about we take everything out the board, everything east? So everything in the Caribbean is wide open. Flights are still going day in and day out to the Caribbean. Hawaii is open. If you want to spend the same money you was going to spend to go to Europe and Thailand, hey, Hawaii, Tahiti, Fiji, those options. So you have to be prepared to give them alternative because people who ask those questions, they already got the money. They already got time off. Is it safe? Is because they want to go somewhere. So that's kind of how I address that. And then last but not least is addressing people's concerns up front, like I just said in the training, is really important. So when they ask those questions, be sympathetic, but also say, hey, I have clients are booking like crazy to the Dominican Republic. I have clients that are going to Canada to stand at these resorts downtown. And understanding that now, because of lack of people traveling, the prices are actually better than what they were the previous year. So you continue to pique people's interest as you have those conversations. As we always say, this business is about relationships. Having those conversations is important. How can you do this on social media? You just introduce the opportunity to say, hey, if you're afraid to travel internationally, I have a great trip going to Houston, Texas, checking out the best 5 restaurants in Houston. People will want what they want. If you want to, we have a great weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. You can check out the top 3 spas in the state. If you want to do international, I have this great resort, all inclusive, all adults in Mexico, whatever the case may be. So looking at those opportunities, I think is the most important. But I think the big thing here is as people are pulling back on travel, don't worry, they're gonna put their gas back on it real soon. And when they do, you just gotta be prepared.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Did anyone else have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? This is that time. All right. Well, we want to thank the Travel King himself for that training. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. So thank you for reminding me. And that was absolutely amazing. And so everybody just think about your business and what you want a year from now, what you want your business to look like, how much money you want to have in the bank, how many team members you want to have, how many trips do you want to have already put, how many you've already hosted, or how many you plan to host. And so go on and definitely get your goals and visualize it. I encourage you to create a vision board and what do you want your business to look like a year from now, and look at it every day and start making those strides and walk towards that. Don't try to do it by yourself. Sometimes you can get a little frustrated. So definitely reach out to your leadership, your team builder, your national builder, your regional builder, your directors, and some sideline partners as well. And definitely just put things in place. I want to, if Miss Rose on, I definitely want to give her kudos, shout outs, and high fives because they have a bus trip in New Orleans and it looks like it's really, really good. And I just want to commend her and Miss Thelma on putting it out there and getting that feedback and just putting it together and committing to absolutely making it happen. So great job, great job. Anybody else? Any more issues, questions, comments, or concerns?
No, it's just going kind of slow, but we still pressing our way of passing out flyers, sending them through the internet also. but it's coming along slow, but we're not giving up.
There you go. There you go. And it'll happen. It will happen. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, we are complete. And this was a great call. I want to thank everybody for your participation. Look for this call. It's recorded. And so I'm going to put it in the Facebook group. And Miss Yolanda Bloom, I sent you a friend request on Facebook. And so if you would accept that would be great. And Miss Rami, if you can send me a friend request, but I'll send something to your email as well. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. God bless. The other announcement is, this isn't a really good announcement, but I just want to let everybody know, if you don't know, on April 15th, I am having hip surgery. And so the week after that, my surgeon says I'm going to be heavily sedated. And so we're going to be filling things through to see if we will have a call. If we're not on the call, then one of the leaders will be running the call. April 15th is a Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be on the call that Wednesday. And so one of the leaders will run the call. And then that Thursday through the week, from what I'm giving, my surgeon told me to give myself a week. And so I'll probably be on the call the next Wednesday. But I will be having surgery. And so I'm asking for your prayers, your thoughts, and any well wishes. And I don't know how long hopefully I will be home the next day. If not, it will be the day after. But we'll see how the recovery is, how the surgery goes and how the recovery is. But I wanted everybody to know April 15th, I will not be on the call. I'm not sure if Nick will be on. However, we will have the call, and we'll have one of the directors. If you are in the DMV, we're asking you to come out to our just commit. If you can commit once a month to come out to our weekly business reception, we'd really appreciate it. And it not only benefits us, but it benefits you. It's a tax write-off, and it also helps you learn even more about your business, and also helps you meet different leaders in the area face to face. And so I encourage you to put it on your calendar at least once a month. It's every Thursday at 7:30 sharp. And so it's in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And so we're asking our team to definitely be there. Tomorrow is our team night. Nick and I will be presenting. So if you could come out, please come out and show up strong. And but if not tomorrow, definitely put it on your calendar one Thursday in April to come out, and one Thursday in May when you can come out and support. And for leaders like Vincent Peden, maybe two times in April, 2 times in May, maybe even 3. And I will ask for 4. But at any rate, we look forward to seeing you guys. So thank y'all so much, and definitely pray for me, and I'll be praying for you. Y'all have a good night, and God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Anne's birthday present to herself is getting a hip replacement.
Oh yeah, getting out of pain.
Her birthday is the very next day, so that's
right. April 16th is my birthday. I will be in the hospital, but hopefully I will not be in pain. So that's
indeed.
That's the bonus.
Don't forget your glasses tomorrow for the meeting, because our futures are just so bright.
The glasses, the green glasses. Yes, we'll have those. We'll have those.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, you have them. Okay.
Well, yeah, bring them if you don't. But if you don't have them, we will have some available. But if you have your own, then bring your own.
Absolutely.
So we'll have the green glasses. Y'all have a good night now.
All right.
Great training. See you tomorrow.
And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, just go visit the Facebook page.
Come on out. The future's so bright, we got to wear shades. So bring your shades. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Good training. Thank you.
Thank you.